Yohanan, chapter 9. And passing by, he saw a man blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, so that he should be born blind? Yeshua answered, Neither this man sinned, nor his parents, but so that the works of the God should be made manifest in him. It is being necessary for us to be working the works of the one having sent me, while it is being day. Night is coming, when no one is being able to be working. As long as I should be being in the world, I am being a light of the world. Having said these things, he spat to the ground, and he effectuated clay out of the spittle, and the clay he anointed upon his eyes. And he said to him, Be thou going away, wash thou in the pool of the Shiloah, which is being interpreted, one having become sent. He went away therefore and washed, and he came seeing. The neighbors therefore, and they that saw him aforetime that he was being a beggar, were saying, Is not this the one sitting and begging? Others were saying, This one it is. Others were saying, No, but he is like him. He was saying, I am this one. They were saying therefore to him, How then were thy eyes opened? He answered, The man that is called Yeshua made clay, and anointed my eyes, and said to me, Be thou going into the Shiloah, and wash thou. So I went away and washed, and I received sight. And they said to him, Where is that one being? He is saying, I have known not. They are bringing him to the Perishayah, the one once blind. Now it was being the Shabbath day on the day when Yeshua made the clay and opened his eyes. Again, therefore, the Perishayah also were asking him how he received his sight. And he said to them, He put clay upon my eyes, and I washed, and I am seeing. Some therefore of the Perishayah were saying, This man is not being from God, because he is keeping not the Shabbat. But others were saying, How is a sinful man being able to be effectuating such signs? And the division was being among them. They are saying therefore to the blind man again, What art thou saying, thou, about him, in that he opened thy eyes? And he said, He is being a prophet. The Yehudim therefore did not believe concerning him that he had been blind, and had received his sight, until they called the parents of him that had received his sight, and asked them, saying, Is this your son, who ye say was born blind? How then doth he now see? His parents answered and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But how he now seeth, we know not. Or who opened his eyes, we know not. Ask him. He is of age. He shall speak for himself. These things said his parents because they feared the Yehudim. For the Yehudim had agreed already that if any man should confess him to be anointed, he should be put out of the synagogue. Therefore said his parents, He is of age, ask him. So they called a second time the man that was blind, and said to him, Give glory to the God. We know that this man is a sinner. He therefore answered, Whether he is a sinner, I know not. One thing I have known, that being a blind one, now I am seeing. They said therefore to him, What did he to thee? How opened he thy eyes? He answered them, I told you even now, and ye did not hear. For what reason would ye hear it again? Would ye also become his disciples? And they reviled him, and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are disciples of Moshe. We know that the God hath spoken to Moshe, but as for this man, we know not whence he is. The man answered and said to them, Why, herein is the marvel, that ye know not whence he is, and yet he opened my eyes. We know that the God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God, and do his will, him he heareth. Since the aeon began, it was never heard that anyone opened the eyes of a man born blind. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing. They answered and said to him, Thou wast altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? And they cast him out. Yeshua heard that they had cast him out, and finding him, he said, Art thou believing into the Son of the Man? He answered and said, And who is he, Lord, that I may believe into him? Yeshua said to him, Thou hast both seen him, and he it is that speaketh with thee. And he said, Lord, I am believing. And he worshipped to him. And Yeshua said, For judgment came I into this world, so that the ones not seeing might be seeing, and the ones seeing might become blind ones. Those of the Perishayah who were with him heard these things, and said to him, Are we also being blind ones? Yeshua said to them, If ye were being blind ones, ye would not be having sin. But now ye are saying, We are seeing. Your sin is remaining.